Hi, good morning. I am on my hike that I like at the Botanical Gardens. It's been quite a minute since I've been here. And I just recorded a video, but it got stopped from my watch that I forgot to pause for my hiking exercise. So I'm just going to start over. Um, it's gorgeous here, and then I've been going to another hike that's more in the mountains, but I was feeling like a change today. This one's a little more around people and on like paths that are manicured, but it's gorgeous in its own way, and the daisies are going off here. So if you haven't been to this botanical gardens, check it out, Ventura, or if you haven't been to your local botanical gardens and you're in town in a while, I highly suggest it. It's a beautiful way to treat yourself and just let yourself get out in nature, see what comes up. I've been feeling a lot of sacral and solar plexus energy, and lots of yellows are popping out at me, and this beautiful fiery red flower came out. I already tapped in with the elements. We have wind here helping. There she is. And this was a fire element that wanted to be seen today to help us with doing some transmutation possibly, and spirally, yes, because I also had a little shell that wanted to be seen up here all the way on the mountains. Was once from down there. Don't know who brought it up, or if it came in a soil bag or just was here from a long time ago. I'm assuming it got brought up because it's on top of a pile of mulch. And then a snail shell. Perfect little Fibonacci sequence snail shell. So gorgeous. And then we have ants here that are walking around where we're at. Wind's taking that one. Thank you, wind. And I was sharing about how I was meditating in this spot in my neighborhood I like to go to yesterday, and I was breathing for a few minutes and grounding because I was having a little bit of a tough morning where I was in my head and just needing to let the energies settle, ground myself, be kind to myself. I was doing my prayers and offering it up to the altar, and I was asking my guides for their guidance and love, and I was sitting on an anthill, but thankfully they were very gentle ants. They only gave me a slight warning, just one, but there weren't too many. They were just kind of coming up in various places in the ground anyways. So building a community is relevant here. And I had a bird come here and want to join us in the beginning, but then I started to try to tone and he flew away, and I was like, I got you, bird. Okay. I never claimed to be a professional singer. I just do it to transmute the energies and to ground. And anyways, it was funny. And then I had a bluebird fly in front of my car today, like right in the street, and then flew up. So those might be all signs and messages for you. Lots of daisies, and I'm wearing daisies on my hat today. Yeah, so we have the wind here. Feeling this in my heart space. I was mentioning, I've had a lot of solar and sacral upgrades lately, and I feel the sun helping out with the solar plexus energy right now. So I had a feeling, just maybe some attunements I can pass on to you by starting a video, because often I find when I'm opening up into different realms and things to connect with other people and do sessions and stuff like that, it's usually just to provide energetic upgrades. So thank you, bird. I'm thinking that's what we are needing most right now in this present physical state of things. And I'm getting this really beautiful purple flowers that are almost like, they look like succulents, but they kind of look like they could be the same flowers that are on coral reefs that are very like stringy, and so I've also been getting big on like integrating the water aspects of ourselves. Hey, little beetle fly thing. So yeah, the water element is something that we are, a lot of us, going to for healing, and it's the sacred waters ocean here is really ready to support you. So any way you can merge yourself with water is really going to be useful. I tend to like to do salt baths, Epsom salt, but ocean, getting your feet in the ocean sounds great. I might have to do that this week. I did it a couple times last week and felt I was really connecting both times I did. So perhaps you can find yourself in water soon, or if not, you can do a bit imagery or meditation of being in water, which is really going to help too with these upgrades and changes. Yeah, confirmation. So part of the other things I've been feeling into is yesterday I was meditating and was receiving today I was receiving energies of moth and of like an upside down vessel, like a Holy Grail. So I connected in with my Holy Grail. I have been connecting in with this sacred water vessel essence and within the Sophia consciousness, Christ consciousness, love, but the feminine version of it, to be able to share that with you and help you to access that in yourself. Just knowing your Holy Grail has been inside all along. It's something we all can access, no matter your sex, that we all have this feminine aspect within. I'm seeing a plant that looks like a mushroom, so also like the cycles of death and rebirth that we've been going through is here to help us align and attune to this sacred vessel we have that we move through every day within, that we often, out of protective reasons, become really numb to. Sometimes that can look like kind of ignoring our physical needs. It can look like being not giving ourselves enough time to rest. It could look like working too hard, or even resting too much and like vegging too much and not really like getting in our body, being present in our body, like kind of be detaching from the body for long periods of time. And there could even be things as tricky as like skin picking, where we're like maybe very low-key actively doing things that are a little bit harmful to ourselves, but it's very subconscious because it's a way to avoid emotional pain, that we get into that loop of, for those of you that have had that experience, I've had experience with that, of it's something I've definitely been managing with anxiety management throughout my life, of not going to that or being aware when I'm doing that behavior. It's a what is that called? It gives you like instant gratification when you feel that sensation, and obviously we don't like it, so we consciously are like, oh, I'm not trying to do this to myself, I'm just trying to like clean up my skin or whatever. Like that's the thing that's bugging you, that has some aspect to your physical body. And then when you feel that, it's actually, there is some underlying emotions there that we aren't wanting to access a lot of times, and then that pain actually distracts us from it, and we're like, oh, I don't like that, but then actually it already did the thing of distracting us from the emotional pain. And so anyhow, these are all just opportunities to say, come into awareness of it, not to judge ourselves, not to like be really strict like a parent, like stop that, like that's, I got that a lot growing up, and that's not, doesn't work very well. It's to say like, oh my gosh, honey, you're holding so much stress right now, like you've been really alone in that, like that's really too much for one little version of your inner kiddo to hold. Like, wow, what can we do to feel into each other's, like into our own ability to hold support for ourselves and like doing just a moment of holding yourself and being able to do some type of like grounding and self-regulation strategy to help yourself to be both okay with the feelings and the overwhelmness and the parts of us that can be hard to like see, and then also reteach ourselves that like, okay, we can trust that this is just a feeling that's in our body. It's just an emotion that needs to pass through. So how do we tend to that lovingly without pushing it away and telling it's bad and telling it it's bad? So the practice we get to do as I was doing that, there was a couple that was walking up and they got nervous and walked back the other way. So just the practice of, you know, working through the things, right? The emotions that come up. For me, it's like when I get antsy, I get like really fidgety. And so that's just something that like I notice as it's happening of like, oh, okay, I'm getting it. I'm having a little response of like worry about what are people thinking of me, and that I'm reparenting myself in that moment, being like, you know what, we've been through this lots of times. We know that before we used to try and hide these parts of ourselves where we thought we had to be like more acceptable or more more appropriate or something for people in public, and that's not really being authentic with ourselves and serving ourselves of like the thing that's most important for us, such as showing up for us. And so it's like, how do you show up for that inner kid in each moment becomes a new game. So it's like, how do I maintain peace above all else? And we do that by really showing up for our younger parts of us. That takes practice and time to start to become into awareness of like, what were the things that maybe really influenced how I express myself freely in the world and create and get into joy. And for a lot of us, it's kind of a journey to like get into truth with ourselves about that, and to start to do the work of rewiring those things and showing up in the ways that we need. So anyways, yes, my fidgety kid parts are here, and I'm loving them anyways, because we know it's important to get these messages out for us just as much as in 12:44 on the timer, just as much for us as for anyone else who navigates a lot of these things every day, but maybe doesn't have the understanding or the training or the knowledge. And maybe, you know, in the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's just a theory. It's just a way to understand things and help us process things. But it is a perspective that may be helpful. And so try it on if it fits for you. I'm going to be building workshops around that soon, and or a workshop at least. And right now I'm just doing sessions one-on-one, getting practice, but that is another part of something I'm excited to offer, is really that reparenting, because it's been something that's really been helpful for me on my journey, and integrating the aspects of myself as a therapist and also as a spiritual being. I find they fit really beautifully together for those that are like maybe needing a little bit of both and not like at a place in their life where they're ready to commit to one full in or the other. So anyhow, that's where I'm at today, what's coming through today. Resilience is coming through. I was thinking that with the raven. I had a raven land in my yard yesterday right when I was looking out the window, and Marla was interested in it, and they're very resilient. They're very they're super smart, and you know, I think are even known to use tools and things like that. So yeah, learn from those wise. It's okay to use tools for yourself. It's important. You're worthy of that, and don't let anyone make you feel bad about how you care for yourself. So yeah, let's tap into the energy again for a moment. Feeling into this solar essence, really beaming down, solar beams down onto us right now. If you're open to receive, you can just allow yourself to feel that sunlight come in through the soul star, which is the chakra above the head, crown of the head, and then down into the crown, to the forehead, down to the third eye, into the throat, and down into your heart, one center, where we have just above that, or wherever it feels resonant in your body, our sacred heart. This eternal essence of us, our soul or spirit, that's been firing up, ready to be fired up with this fire element. I'm feeling that sacred heart. You can even notice any sensations of warmth in that area. And imagining this sacred heart is sitting on a throne with a triangle base, and it's golden, and it has a halo even around the bottom of where the heart's sitting on the throne, or the base between the triangle and the heart. There's this beautiful aura of a halo circling around that, creating an energetic vortex almost swooping up from the triangle, from the pyramid structure underneath this throne. The triangle is like the energy of the pyramid, where it has the same energetic properties of being a symbolic of our bodies and the energy structure of a pyramid that can help us to transmute and clear dense energies. So if you can just picture this addition of the pyramid funneling the energy up that's no longer serving us, in the halo spitting it out as it's revolving around just below that sacred heart at the base of it. And then the flames, that fire essence rising up into the throat area, into the upper high heart, and really creating this energetic clearing effect. Yeah, doing great, just like that. Allowing it to just be what it is without judging or needing it to be any certain way. Just knowing however you're experiencing this is exactly the way you're supposed to. Trusting. And you're noticing maybe anything your body's needing. I'm noticing my hips are tight, so I'm giving it a little bit of movement. Always give yourself permission to do this. Unless you're getting a CAT scan or something, then obviously there are some situations where you may need to be still. But outside of that, there's not really any reason where you shouldn't be caring for your body. So just seeing what you can do. Sometimes I'm very expressive with my sighs and stuff like that. It's a way to release energy. So if you need to do that too, you do you. We're here to take care of our inner kids and show up for them in a loving, unconditionally loving way, which a lot of us don't know what that looked like modeled all the way, and so we get to be the role models for that. So it may feel a little foreign at first, and just hold that part of you too. I'm really feeling into this mermaid pose right now, so maybe you want to join me. We are next to the water, so I am gathering maybe those mermaid parts of me are wanting to come out and be seen. If you do want to join me, it's you can bend your two legs. So you sit like you're in cross leg, and then you let your legs out, and you can bend your left knee, bringing the left sole of the foot on top of the right thigh, and then your right foot is just bent back, and you can do this nice gentle variation of this one. And just sitting up tall, scooping in the navel into the spine, dropping the shoulders, widening the collarbones, expanding, and then extending the crown of the head tall, allowing the spine to feel that sunlight, solar essence. Staying here for a breath. And then if you want to take a little twist in here, you can place the right palm on the outside of the left knee. Gaze can be over the left shoulder. You can drop the left shoulder down a little bit more. Oh goodness, my body needed that one this morning. I woke up with a sore, hey Lion, sore right shoulder. That felt lovely. Okay, and then we'll switch sides. So you can bring your feet up and bring them to the other way, almost like you're windshield wipering them. Right sole of the foot goes on top of left knee. And just switching sides, getting into your grounding here, letting the hips stabilize to be squared. And then tucking the navel into the spine. And the tuck is more in the bottom of the tailbone, just to clarify too. To create that long spine, just a very slight to elongate the spine. And imagining there's a thread pulling up through the crown of your head, allowing a little more sunlight into those vertebrae. Allowing the collarbones to broaden, which naturally allows your shoulders to relax back. And then the next inhale, bring the crown of your head up, and you can start bringing your gaze over the right shoulder. Left palm can come on the outside of the right knee. Oh, that's lovely on this side too. Back. There's a whole nother variation of mermaid pose where usually you start in pigeon and then you bring your other foot back, but I'm really feeling this gentle version today as we're talking about being gentle with ourselves. So thanks for practicing with me and sending you some more of this flower, fiery energy. A little bit of Starfire love. Sending you a little bit of ultraviolet frequency too. I am ultraviolet. To help seal up that energy work we just did. Helping to brush away anything else that's residual in our body and in our energy. Okay, so I'm going to do a little yoga when I get home and honor my body even more. Checking in with yourself. What can you do to love on yourself today? What would be helpful? What do you need more of? You need more rest and slow? Do you need more treating yourself? Do you need more cleansing? Doing like a little dance party. I've been doing that a lot lately. over the last couple days just to shake off some things and get into a joyful vibe. So just trusting this finds you well and sending you a lot of love. Okay, bye.